Today's Eye on Money shows that most Americans prefer to save their cash rather than spend it. A recent study finds that nearly 2/3 of people would rather hold onto their earnings. This is reportedly the highest percentage in the last 15 years since Gallup began polling people. Our Jill Schlesinger joined CBS this morning earlier to discuss tips and some technology that can help you save.
What's the best way to save money?
Well, you know, when we look at this, it's about like the same thing as diet and exercise. We need to form a habit. And it's really hard because what do we want to do? We want to do something that makes us feel good. We don't like delayed gratification. So behavioral economists say any way that we can automate this to make it habitual is really the way to go. And I tell you, frankly, it is easier than diet and exercise because we can automate savings.
Americans have a lot of debt?
Well, Americans do have a bunch of debt. Most of it is housing debt. Some of it is student debt. But the reality is that we've done a really good job of whittling down our debt over time. And part of that is because of the financial crisis. Some people defaulted on it. Some people were released from it. But we have done a much better job paying down the debt, moving on. And as you can see from this survey, really getting our heads on straight around savings.
Savings accounts, though, only pay about 1%. So retirement accounts are the way to go, right?
Well, it's a little bit of yes and yes, because we want people to put money into retirement, at least say up to your company match, or maybe 4 or 5% to get you started. But I can't stress enough that for your savings, that emergency reserve fund that we always talk about, 6 to 12 months of your expenses, it has to be in a boring, horrible savings, checking, money market, or CD. Two places that you might want to find better rates: depositaccounts.com, bankrate.com. These aggregate the best rates across the country. You could also look at credit unions and a lot of online institutions which offer slightly better rates.
So what's the balance between paying down debt and savings?
This is a critical question because we get it all the time. It depends the kind of debt you're carrying and the interest rate. Let's say I've got a 19% credit card debt. Now, you know what? I'd pay that down. You got to pay that sucker down.
Because credit card debt is bad.
And you know what? And think of it this way. A lot of people say, but you know, you said, well, I should save. Well, I cannot figure out a way to earn you 19% return without risk.
If you can, then you have a great business going.
Yes, exactly. But the issue, if you had, say, a 3.5% 30-year fixed rate mortgage or a 3% student loan debt, I'm not sure I would accelerate that. I'd make my payments and I would save. So a little bit of everything works quite well in that scenario.
Thank you, Jill.
Thank you, Jill.